Nepal is rich in traditional folk performing art and other intangible cultural heritage. It is a country of diversity of hundreds of ethnic groups and races living in different regions. The western region of Nepal is regarded as storehouse of rich and unique culture, both tangible and intangible. Ghatu Dance. Among the various ethnic groups, Gurungs of Western region are one of the most important race which have preserved its extremely rich and interesting culture. One of the unique dance of Gurung community is the Ghatu dance, which was originally performed only by the Gurungs. The Ghatu dance has its own traditional performance principles and code of conduct. Prior to the performance of the dance, the guardian teacher worship and invite the ancestors and virgin deities called Barchuli, Himchuli, Devchuli and so on. The performers sit with their eyes closed and mouth shut. Then they are said to be possessed by ancestor spirits. These gods are supposed to stay with them until the guardian teacher sends them back at the end of the session. The Ghatu dance depend on the wording of the songs and the tempo of the musical instruments. It is a rhythmic and slow-moving but very laborious dance. The motions are clockwise and anti-clockwise, twisting at intervals and sitting at the end of the verse. In this dance, the artists have to bath several times. That is why they hold a traditional water jar in their hands. This dance also expresses the death of the king in the battlefield, and the queen goes for immolation with her husband's dead body. That is why the performers are seen sleeping at the dancing period. The dance also describes about the hunting expedition, culminating in demonstrating the hunter's skill to the village chief. In accordance to the demand of the situation, the artists express their emotion through the movement of body, leg, face, eyes, lip, and hand gesture. The methods of enactment and expression of Ghatu dance has its own uniqueness. This is a traditional dance which reflects the cultural and social identity of the Gurung community. This dance has been preserved following the strict rules and mental discipline by the artists from generation to generation. Kuda and Churka dance are very popular traditional folk dance of western Nepal, particularly in Gandaki zone. Magar communities of this region originally performed Kuda and Churka dance, but at present, Dohari, Kumal, Gurung and other ethnic groups also perform these dances. The songs and skills of dance has been transmitted by oral tradition through generation to generation. These intangible heritage are still alive and active in these communities. In these dances, the boys as well as the girls dance in group. Only the boys are the main actors to sing the folk song. In these both dances, boys play the musical instruments called khaijari and mujura to create rhythm for the dance. The movements of the dance depend on the wording of the songs and tempo of musical instruments. The artists could sing hundreds of pieces of song composed instantly by themselves. The wordings of the song are feeling of love, romance and grief. One of the significant features of Kuda Dance is to exchange the girl's ribbon band and boy's cap with each other during the dancing period. This is to convey the feeling of love. The Chudka dance is an integral part of the Kuda dance, but there is a little difference in the movement of dance and way of singing. The singing style and dancing movement is faster than that of Kuda dance. These traditional folklores have been learnt directly from their elders and have been passed through generations. It provides a strong sense of cultural identity in preserving its originality and authenticity of the style of dance and song. Dohari Geet. Dohari Geet is the popular song of the western hilly region of Nepal, and later it spread through the country. This is an extremely folk flavor duet song collectively created by different ethnic groups of the region, where male and female exchange their feelings of love, romance, grief, appreciation of the boys' and the girls' appearance. There are two singing parties. One is male group led by the male leader, and the other is female group led by the female leader, and others support them. A number of participants are involved to sing the song. There is no ethnic boundary for Dohari Geet. In Dohari Geet, the folk artists can sing hundreds of pieces of song. The singers immediately reply to the opposite group, instantly composed by themselves. The duet can last for a few hours or even a day. The ending is usually crucial. There are occasions when the leaders of the groups fall in love at the end of the event. This creation is always preserved in people's memory without any textual form and are manifested in the form of folk performances. This folk performing art reflects the cultural value and social identity of the people. Danger of extinction. There is a danger of extinction of folk performing arts due to lack of proper legislation for the protection of such folk performing arts. The urbanization and financial constraints are other factors for the extinction of these intangible cultural heritage. Main procedures considered in the action plan. After the declaration of the folk songs and folklores of western region of Nepal as masterpieces of oral and intangible heritage of humanity, a number of programs and activities such as documenting, establishing of archives, training program, new activities related to folk culture of Nepal will be identified and launched for the preservation and promotion of these folk performing arts. This study and the preparation of the video documentary would not have been possible without the financial support and technical advice from Intangible Heritage Section of the Division of Cultural Heritage, UNESCO, Paris.